This programming is brought to you by Local Video Marketing. In association with Coach Chick's Mastermind Group and CoachChick.com.
Hi there, this is Kim Lukhard, and we are already at the letter R. And today, R is for rice. Now, there are over 40,000 different varieties of rice. And for this presentation, I'm going to focus on rice and white rice nutrition and how it can help your ice hockey game. In 1 cup of white rice, you will consume 242 calories, 53 grams of carbohydrates, 4 grams of protein, 0 fiber, and deeper into the rice. Rice is rich in B vitamins, and these B vitamins, thiamine, riboflavin, and niacin, help to convert carbohydrates into energy. This is the energy you need to power your fast break down the ice to score a goal. Minerals in white rice include iron, which helps to deliver oxygen throughout the body, manganese, which is important for bone health, and magnesium and potassium. These are minerals which are important for healthy muscle function. These are also 2 of the electrolytes that you sweat out in your sweat on the ice. Now you might be wondering what a serving size is, and a serving size is actually quite small. 1/3 of a cup of cooked rice is considered a serving size. This will provide you with 80 calories and 15 grams of carbohydrates. This might be a good portion for, say, a 10-year-old or an 8-year-old skater. White rice provides very quick energy. Its glycemic index is a 73. So it's going to be burned very, very quickly when you consume it. Now that's if you consume the rice, just plain old white rice. Rice cakes make an excellent snack in the 30 minutes before ice time. I would suggest only 1 or 2 depending on the size of the skater. You can cook rice a variety of ways. I love our rice cooker. That's actually a picture of the rice cooker that my husband and I have. Then you can use a microwave rice cooker, or you can cook it on the stove top. When you're cooking rice, it's important to pay attention to the ratios, because rice will triple from its dry measure. If you measure out 1 cup of dry rice, that will cook up to 3 cups of cooked rice. The rice to water ratio is 1 part rice to 1.5 parts water. For example, for that 1 cup of dry rice, you would want to use 1.5 cups of water, or if you want to add, say, a chicken broth or a beef broth flavor to it, then you could use 1.5 cups of the broth that you prefer. For more hockey nutrition, you can visit www.hockeymomrd.com. I would love it if you connect with me on Facebook. I am Kim Lukhard, Hockey Mom RD. You can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for tuning in. And if you have any hockey nutrition questions, feel free to email me at kim@hockeymomrd.com. Happy skating till next time, and see you next month for the letter S.
Good morning, guys. Dave Schmitz, ResistanceBandTraining.com. Thanks for going ahead and joining me today. I want to help you. Yeah, I'm going to help you go ahead and figure out how to choose your own bands. And it's going to be very simple. We're going to narrow it down by asking you 2 questions. All right, so let's get right into it. Question number 1. What's your strength like? Yeah, I need to know what your general strength is like. Best way to go ahead and evaluate that? What kind of weight can you lift? Specifically, what kind of weight can you lift overhead? All right, and what kind of weight can you squat? All right, so squatting weight and overhead weight. Now, let's say that you can go ahead and you can press 20 pounds over your head, one arm. What that's going to tell me then is that a band, for instance, like a red band, which is able to create 10 to 35 pounds of resistance, is going to be a good starting band for you, knowing that you can press 20 pounds over your head. Let's say you can go ahead and squat your body weight, all right, plus you can go ahead and squat maybe another 40-pound kettlebell, or maybe you can squat the barbell only. It's about 40, 45 pounds. That means that you're probably going to be able to go ahead and use a black band to go ahead and do some squatting. Hope that makes sense how you want to evaluate that. Now, to help you out and figure out what band creates what resistance, I've gone ahead and provided you a chart, a link to a chart that you can go ahead and click on below that'll tell you the resistances of each band, and also give you some more information on how I use them when it comes to training. So that's the first question. The second question is, how do you want to go ahead and train with bands? There are basically two ways that you can train with bands. Way number one, attachment free. That means that you're going to go ahead and you're going to take a band and you're not going to attach it to anything except your body. And you're going to do attachment free training. If you're going to go ahead and do that, you're probably going to be wanting to look at a single band package. And let me stop for a second right here and remind you that buying one band is probably not going to fulfill your needs, because your muscles are stronger in certain movements. So as a result, you're going to need different resistances for different movements. My suggestion is you go ahead and look at packages, or at least look at purchasing 2 to 3 bands for sure. So look at a single band package if you want to do attachment-free training. Now, if you want to go ahead and do attached training, which means you're going to attach the band onto something, you're going to go ahead and take a band and you're going to attach it onto like a pipe. So now you're going to go ahead and hook it on and attach it on. Okay, what that's going to allow you to do is a lot of horizontal vector training, which is real important, and you'll learn a lot about that from us. In order to do that, you're going to need a multi-band package. Yeah, a single band package, yes, you can attach one band on and train with it. But what you're going to find is when you go to start hooking bands up and training in attached situations, you're going to want to be able to link bands together. You want to be able to use bilateral or pair bands so you can do pushing, pulling, upper body work. You're also going to want to go ahead and, like I said, link bands together so you can do locomotion training as well as lower body attached training. So as a result of that, I would strongly consider looking at picking up a pair of bands. And my suggestion is, once again, look at the band packages. That's what they're designed to provide you. Also, if you're going to go ahead and do attached training, you're probably going to want to look at an accessory kit, because the accessory kit is going to give you training handles, a link strap, and a utility strap that you can hook into the door, so you can hook your bands onto the utility strap and do your attached training. That works out very well in case you don't have a place at home to attach your bands onto. So there you go. All right. 2 questions you need to ask yourself. What's your strength level like? And then how do you want to train? Attachment free or attached? Now, the next question that a lot of people ask me is, Dave, I don't know how to train with bands yet. What resources would help me the most? Well, it's very simple. If you're going to go ahead and do attachment-free training, you want to look at the attachment-free training guide. The link is below. Go ahead and click on that. It will teach you how to train with bands in an attachment-free situation. If you want to go ahead and learn both attachment-free and attached, you want to go ahead and look at the Band Strong 12-week program. That's going to allow you to train both ways, but it's specifically also going to teach you how to train with attached training. So there you go. Those are the 2 resources. Now, if you want me to go ahead and coach you, no problem. I would consider looking at the Band Gym. Yeah, the Band Gym is where I put all my workouts, all my training programs, and I literally teach you and coach you how to train with bands the right way. Take a look at that if you're looking at wanting me to coach you directly. Otherwise, there you go. Attachment free, you want to look at the attachment free training guide. Band Strong, if you want to go ahead and learn attached training, but also attachment free training. So you're set. Hopefully that helps you go ahead, number 1, in learning what bands to choose and what resources to go ahead and consider when you start training with bands.
Controlling the ball is one of the most important floorball skills. The player controlling the ball, without being taken on by an opponent, does not need to focus on the ball and can assess the play situation. He provides his teammates time to find space and provide an option for playing. He determines the game tempo and can bring his teammates into play by passing them the ball. In play, the opponents can attack from many angles, narrowing the playing space. Under pressure from opponents, it's necessary to have a variety of dribbling techniques to keep the ball. One-handed or two-handed ball carrying depends on the play situation. The one-handed grip is suitable to advance the ball in a fast break situation. The two-handed grip is used close to the body to protect the ball, carry the ball, pass or shoot.
Dennis Chighisola's The Nature of Our Game ranks with other high-level essays, authored by the likes of Gladwell, Percival, and Coyle. It's an in-depth study of our game, it's about the challenges players face in the heat of battle, and it's about the things that influence the way players need to train, both off and on the ice. Get it now, and be well armed to answer almost any question that arises about our game.
Bracko. I'm a sports physiologist and a strength and conditioning coach. In the video today we're going to be talking about core training and specifically neutral spine core training. So in neutral spine core training, it's good because it doesn't put any excess pressure on the disc. For instance, if we do traditional crunches like this, or a traditional full sit-up like this, what happens is that the intervertebral disc is being pinched each time you come up. And that can compromise the disc and can put the disc at risk for being herniated. Whereas if we are doing neutral spine horizontal training and neutral spine vertical training, not only does it not compromise the disc, it's more functional because most of our activities of daily living, and in fact most of our sports activities, are done in more of a neutral spine situation, and our abdominals at the very least and all the other core muscles work as stabilizers, decelerators, and accelerators rather than forceful like trunk flexion like we are doing here. So we can start off by doing the front plank. So front plank can be made easier by doing it on your knees, a little bit harder on your toes with your elbows under your shoulders. You can increase that resistance or that lever by taking your elbows or your toes away from your elbows and make that even harder. We can continue to make it harder by taking our feet wider apart, lifting one arm up, hold it for count, the other arm up, hold it for count, or opposite arm, opposite leg, hold it for 10 counts, maybe 10 counts on one side, 10 counts on the other. We can make it even harder by using a stability ball and doing an exercise called stir the pot. So this would be one of the hardest horizontal core training exercises, so that you're here, neutral spine, and rotating around in one direction, rotating around in the other direction. And we're doing this for repetitions, maybe 5 to 10 in one direction, 5 to 10 in the other. So that's for the abs. Now let's work for the size of the obliques. We can go to a side plank, a modified side plank, a regular side plank. We can make the side plank harder by taking our elbow away from our feet. We increase the lever. Make it harder again by holding a weight on top. I've got a TheraBand soft weight. You can make it harder just by putting the weight there or by increasing that lever and holding it for counts. Of course, whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So you reverse that. So that's for the obliques, the sides. We've got to get all 4 sides, so now we can go to the back. The start of it is the bird dog. Neutral spine, start on all 4s, fingertips and toes, lifting your arm and leg at the same time, up and down. This time for repetition. Now we can increase the variety of this exercise by starting in the front, going to the side, and then finishing at the back. Make it harder, add a weight, so we can start here, maybe 7 repetitions here, 7 repetitions here, and 7 repetitions here for 20. And we obviously switch the arm and leg. We can make it easier by just lifting the arm or just lifting the leg. So we've got the abs, the obliques, the back. We're doing them either holding it for 20 to 30 counts or doing anywhere from 15 to 20, maybe 21 repetitions. So that is all the horizontal core training. Now, to make it as functional as possible, we can do vertical core training. And this is really getting in on the stabilization of the abs, acceleration and deceleration. So the first one are chops. Now we can do the chops without weight. So you're coming up and down as fast as you can. I'll turn to the side so you can see you're in an athletic position and you're moving your arms up and down as fast as you can. So you go up and down, side to side, side to side, and then rotation. Now it's not rotation of the spine, it's rotation so that you accelerate and decelerate. So you're coming back and forth like this. Now we can make it harder by adding a medicine ball. So it looks like this. Perhaps you're doing 10 reps up and down, 10 reps to the side, 10 reps horizontal, and then 10 reps. This is the horizontal, actually back and forth like this. Now some people may have a hard time holding on to a big medicine ball like this. Well, then we can come back to a nice soft weight that has a lot of friction and do the exact same thing. Move it as fast as you can, then to the side, and then you've got your rotation, so you have acceleration and then deceleration. So we can perhaps do 20 to 40 repetitions of that particular the chops. So 10, 10, 10, and then 10. And then we can finish off with pelvic stability. So this is the start of it, where we're just standing. We want to make sure that our pelvis is even and parallel with the ground. And then we can do sort of a running technique, like a pelvic stability run. And I'll turn to the camera so you can see. So you start here, and you can start with your toe down and come back up, toe down and back up, or your toe doesn't touch and you're back up. I'll switch legs just so you can see. Get down as low as you can and then back up. Low as you can and then back up, maintaining a neutral spine throughout. So let's go back and recap. Front plank, side plank, bird dog. 2 to 3 sets. You're holding those positions in the front plank and the side plank for 20 to 30 counts. Stir the pot. 5 to 10 repetitions one direction, 5 to 10 in the other direction. The bird dog, we're coming up and down 10, 15, maybe 20 or 21 repetitions. The chops, we're doing about 20 to 40 repetitions of the chops. And then the pelvic stability running, this one here, we're doing maybe 5, 10, or 15 repetitions, and again 2 to 3 sets. So again, neutral spine loading, more functional, less risk for the disc, and it's a great exercise and a great core routine for our fitness clients as well as our athlete clients. So go for it, give it a try. Thanks for watching.
This programming is brought to you by Local Video Marketing.